Well, Keith Olbermann appears to threaten CNN analyst Scott Jennings. You are next. Bleeper, bleeper. You use your imagination there. Paul Boyer, Breitbart. I'm going to work through this because there's like 3 stories in one, but I'll go quick. Former ESPN anchor Keith Olbermann appeared to threaten conservative CNN analyst Scott Jennings on Monday. Olbermann wrote to Scott Jennings in a now deleted post on X, "You are next, bleeper, bleeper. But keep mugging to the camera," he said in another deleted post. Scott Jennings shared screenshots of the post and tagged FBI Director Kash Patel. According to the New York Post, Olbermann was responding to a tweet from Jennings reacting to ABC reinstating late-night host Jimmy Kimmel after he was pulled off the air for offensive comments related to conservative activist Charlie Kirk's assassination. "Now we get the fascists off Real TV. That'd mean your career is next, Jennings. Send a tape to Real America's Voice," Olbermann posted in that thread. A possible clarification of what he meant, added the post. So he actually mentioned Real America's Voice, that bum. So hot stuff, right? So then he apparently walked the comments back earlier this evening. Here we go. Yeah, so Keith Olbermann apologizes for unhinged, that's right, threats to CNN Scott Jennings. Serially fired former ESPN anchor Keith Olbermann is admitting that he became unhinged and should not have posted threats of physical harm aimed at CNN commentator Scott Jennings last weekend. The spittle-specked leftist indulged one of his many unhinged rants on a social media that in which he told right-leaning CNN commentator that "you're next, bleeper, bleeper." Jennings was alarmed enough by Olbermann's murderous threats that he reposted the vile post and asked the FBI if they might want to keep an eye on Olbermann, which I don't blame the young man. And then apparently Olbermann went on tonight and he did a whole rant on Trump as well down to CNN. Keith Olbermann goes on deranged anti-Trump rant after apologizing for threatening CNN Scott Jennings. This is Warner Todd Houston of Breitbart. At the same time he was apologizing for threatening the life of CNN commentator Scott Jennings, the unbalanced Keith Olbermann launched a series of deranged attacks on the Trump administration. Former sports anchor, who has been fired by MSNBC and ESPN for his certifiable behavior, was forced to apologize to CNN commentator Scott Jennings, which we just wrote. Despite the apologizing for his unhinged behavior, he was at it again, spreading his slobbering bile about those whom he considers his political enemies. Mm-hmm. In one post, he exonerated Secretary of State Marco Rubio, writing, "Ladies and gentlemen, Marco Rubio, political prostitute." Quote, end quote. Unbelievable.
Marco Rubio.
Yeah.
I mean,
he's just
awesome.
nonstop.
When did he apologize to Real America's Voice?
He hasn't done that
for denigrating the network as he tried to do, making it off like this would be some place to,
Right.
What the hell is he talking about?
Yeah. Unbelievable.
We'll wait for the apology on the network.
Yeah, well, he's no political apologist.
Won't
I can tell
hold
you
my
that.
breath, though.
Yeah, that's some story, though, huh? Unbelievable.
Yeah.
I wanted to get that in, and I caught my eye that they mentioned the network as well, which, like you're right, Big D, duly noted. He should apologize. And that's Olbermann for you. We'll try to stay off the stories. I know a couple people in the chat didn't want to hear about him, but, obviously this is news today. And it does involve sports, unfortunately and indirectly, because this guy was once a big dog on ESPN.